stream, and just want to say thank you all that's subscribed so far and pushing us to 1,000 subscribers. Uh, Anyone's watching this stream in the future, I want to thank you, and God bless, and the Lord is always with you. So we use, or not use Him, that's the wrong word to use. We work together in faith to is to lose weight and to just take care of the family, right? Stabilize finances and all sorts of things. So hence why I'm here every Monday night. So building this channel and building this community. So I want to thank you all for your viewership, and if you're watching this sometime in the future, thank you. And we all live busy lives, so I know you may not be able to catch this live stream as I'm live streaming. So I do appreciate your viewership and your comments and your shares. It all helps. Hey, thank you. How's it going? Let me see. Make sure I'm in the chat. And let's see. And the stupid thing filters top messages, all messages. I don't know why it filters it. Such nonsense. So if you guys watched the last combat video I had, I did some more combat maneuvers there, got my cardio up, and I was able to actually spar pretty well. I wasn't able to capture everything on footage that I wanted to. My buddy was able to like matrix dodge incoming shot to the head. There's that new boxer that's out that's dodging everything. He's kind of like that dodge. So, was Castle Wars is coming up this Saturday as well, so go ahead and stay tuned for that video that's coming out, and I'll be putting as much content out as possible in the videos. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing the 1,000 subscriber march, which is going to be me in full gear on that very same hike. May or may not have company, we'll see. So if I do it alone, so be it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It was arduous for sure. So we'll definitely get there. So, and every day is a battle. So, and I wake up every day and thankful for the Lord to give me breath in my lungs. So I've been there where, I didn't think I was gonna make it tomorrow. So it's a blessing to be in this big of a nerd in armor and sharing it with you all, and gaining a following in this little niche thing that I'm doing. So hopefully I can see everyone's chats. I think I have all messages. But anyways, if you guys watched the last video, there was a fighter practice. I'm going to be compiling it more into shorts and kind of extending that content to take the highlights out of the entire night or that day. Mainly it was sword and board, pole arm to pole arm weapons, and keeping my cardio up. My goal is, what's that? Yeah, built it myself. So, built it out of, what was it? Network dish. It was 16 gauge steel. Cut it up with a grinder. So, and then I hand painted everything. So, it's very protective too, especially when people try to poke you. If you watch the rest of the channel, you'll see people, hit me, stabbing me. And I even have a video of me smashing a melon too. That shows you the power that our weapons have. So, because a lot of people think they're like, I don't know, soft kit weapons. They're pretty heavy duty stuff. So, if you like getting hit with baseball bats, this is your sport. And I'll show you my helmet as well, so you guys can get a good look at everything. It is sort of. They don't really reenact specific battles. It's more of a sport, like Boo Hurt or Hema or Kendo, but in heavy armor plating. So, sort of. They do try their best to look period within anything pre-1700s. Mine is a 14th century kit. I do love my mother, and she didn't recently die. She died over 8 years ago, so I do love my mom. I hope she's watching me from heaven and is proud of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to bring the light of the Lord to everyone else through combat and through nerdy stuff, through all means. So that's funny. Hopefully to answer your questions, Puma the pig. I loved Lion King, by the way. Awesome. Love you as well. And the Lord loves you as well. So but that's part of this whole journey, this whole channel as well, to kind of like battle that last demon my mom couldn't fight, which was Despult. I'm gonna have to figure out how to pronounce that. Despult. But yeah, this whole journey is to battle that last demon. I already slayed the first demon, which was cancer. She didn't survive that. So this is the other demon she never conquered in her lifetime, which was her weight. So she was happy towards the end. I know that. And she had a smile on her face when she passed. So I'm surrounded by loved ones. So I'm just trying to do my best, bring glory to God, and do my mom proud. I hope you guys caught some of the video content I have of my last combat practice. Our group's going to be bringing the pain to the opponents at Castle Wars. I think we have what they call a war band. I have to look what the war band's called. So I don't know what it's called. I know I have to wear green hoods, so you'll probably see me in a green hood. I gotta ask where to get those, by the way. They still haven't told me where to get those. I love medieval stuff. It keeps my focus because I'm a very, I guess, ADHD person. I like to do a lot of things. So metal work, leather work. I'm working on a project now after this tent project, which is making shoes. So I'm gonna get that leather bit for you. So I kind of got the template done on it. Where is that? Well, whatever, it's somewhere. I'm sure you know how projects go, right? So the SCA is hard suit combat with rattan weaponry. So it's a sport. So we hit each other with this, basically, solid bamboo weapons at full strength. We're going for either the head or torso hits. So, and it's an honor system. So basically, if the opponent doesn't call it, it's just basically you can hit him again. So if you think of if you've seen fencing or whatever, like when they go and get a hit in, right? The one type of hit, it's the same thing, just with heavy armor and large armies. So yeah, America. Yeah, the SCA is also in Europe, Japan. I'm gonna have to find the other kingdoms. I know there's some in Australia. Last I checked. I have no idea where you're at. I know there's some in the UK for sure. But like medieval scene is getting pretty interesting with Boohurt and everything. What's that one? What's the world's strongest man called? I can't remember his name. I always forget. The guy lifted 1,000 pounds. He did a medieval thing recently. Eddie Hall, I think. Eddie Hall, right? Yeah, he's talking about how much that weighed him down. Because what people don't realize, this stuff suffocates you, right? You can't sweat normally, so yeah, it wears you down way faster. Hopefully that answered your questions, by the way. Let me make sure my live stream. Oh, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. Hopefully that's better. I don't know if it's connected to the Wi-Fi or not, so. Weed? I don't smoke weed. I took a personal vow at 7 to never smoke weed when my dad was a drug dealer growing up. So I took a personal vow against that stuff. So I never touched the stuff in my entire life. I know all of it, and the only time I actually had any desire for it is when I was going through my cancer journey and I was in such extreme pain. I was willing to take anything to dull the pain. So, yeah. Now, here's saying that though, I would say that it should be legal for anyone to enjoy. Like, I hate those people that are like, what's the word? Busybodies, you know, everyone's business type of thing, right? So, hopefully that makes sense. So, it's just a personal vow for myself. Yeah. So I'm just here every Monday night, live streaming, getting. I'm not a well. Neither here nor there. I think Jesus says no one's good, right? So, but thank you. I thank you for the sentiment. I thank you for the sentiment for sure. So I think I'm a very dirty, rotten person, and I definitely need like Jesus in my life to get me through all the bad stuff, right? Like they said, we all sin. Yeah. Yeah, if you watch the channel, not necessarily looking for a carrot at the end of the tunnel, for sure. I believe in that for sure, right? So I think the golden rule is also in the Bible as well. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. And they talk about karma as well, but not using that same terminology. But, you know, don't work, you don't eat. Oh, I love New York City, man. Liberty Night. Who are you, Glitch? Yeah, New York City. You guys have that park I want to check out, and the Statue of Liberty. I don't like your guys' gun laws, but everything else I like about New York, right? So it's a symbol of American. Oh man, what is this symbol of America? I guess it's just a symbol of America, right? So, and I have this old book, man, like, and I missed that world before all that stuff. Yeah, symbol of freedom. But yeah, that's the type of things you miss. This is from 1972, so yeah, Central Park. That's it. I don't think I would want to live in New York. Because I've been to like was it San Francisco, and I don't have the correct mindset for just like the shock and awe of like the sheer amount of homeless people I saw. I don't know if New York's like that, but I was the first time I ever went to a city and kind of wept for my fellow Americans, like just the state they're in, like seeing that so many. I'd probably visit, and I'd love to see New York Harbor. The Yankee Stadium as well. Bronx Tunnel. Yeah, that's true, I guess. But I like big open. I'm like a what is it? Free range chicken. I like a big open space. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, if you like me, right? I don't know. I honestly don't know. The only time I saw anything about something like that is when I took a vacation with my grandfather up to Las Vegas. That was the first time I saw like advertisement for that stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, if you like medieval stuff, go ahead and check out the channel for sure, and go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We're at I think 848 last I looked, and we're just trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and then they're forward. So, and I'm posting workout videos and medieval combat stuff, and just you'll see some random shorts. That sometimes I'm just mocking like the brain dead rot stuff I see on the shorts. I have no idea. My birthday is whenever I was born. Yeah, I'm pretty young. No. I think 8 asked that same question. No, I took a personal vow against that type of thing. No, don't know anything about numerology. I'm a Christian, so wouldn't know anything about it. I've heard the term, the word, but I know there's birth signs and whatnot and star symbols. I always find it very fascinating, but like, Desi Sorbendu. All right. Why am I a Christian? I wouldn't say it's hard to explain, but I actually encountered like supernatural things in my life, like firsthand coming face to face with demonic forces, and I always wrestled with, if that exists, then the other exists. And the thing is, you can't, it's what's that word people use? Anecdotal. You can't, I can't, unless I can videotape it and show it to y'all. Oh yeah, I love World War II. America. Well, you asked why, and I gave an explanation. That's to the best of my abilities, is how I can explain it. When I was growing up young, I saw just too much. So that tells me that there's another side to this world for sure. Name me one American Night. I don't know any American Knights. I know there were American Knights up in Alaska. They actually wood armor. I'm going to have to find that. I still have to find that. But there's some Native Americans there. Oh, Sylvester Stallone. But thank y'all for this active live stream. I love it. So we got 14 active viewers. I love it. And we're still marching on. We are going to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year for sure. I'm trying to find my darn gauntlets. I can show you guys that. So, I'm going to show you the damage that these rattan weapons can do. So this is like 16, a little bit thicker than 16 gauge steel. And that was a great sword that I took to the wrist there. And then this is a glaive right there. So this stuff protects your hands from getting smushed or broken, right? So then I'll put the helmet on so you guys can see that as well. I'm sure you're like, put it on, put it all on. Normally I don't sit down in the plate, so let's see what you guys are saying. A rune square helm. The Sacred Golden Gauntlet. Ooh. Goodness. Much better. So this is a SCA legal helm. Punch your head. I mean, I have a weapon. Let me see where that thing is. Did I put that silly weapon? No. This is a rattan weapon. I don't know if you can see that. Ow! Not really. Leaves a ring in your ear for sure. So, hopefully that was good enough for you. Punching of thy head. But if you check out the last combat video, you actually get me seeing me getting walloped by a guy with a greatsword. Or actually, what does he call it? A sword and a half. He got me pretty good in the face. You hear me grunting, because that kind of hurt there. Yeah. Yeah, if you like heavy suit armored combat, check out the SCA. There's local groups in I think every state. Not certain. And I know they're in the UK, Japan, Australia, and some other regions around the world. So you have to check them out. But it is a ton of fun. You get to hang out with your friends. I don't drink a whole lot, but you can drink alcohol if you want to. So it's a very group gathering, adult group gathering. Camping part is probably the best one. Like there is a Castle Wars coming up, so they actually do. No, I don't play mobile games too much. I play PC games mainly, but there is a Castle Wars coming up this weekend. They actually set up an entire I guess it's a plywood castle with hay bales, right, to resemble a castle. So that should be a lot of fun. So and then we'll besiege the castle. And thank you all for their watching so far. And if you guys have any ideas for any future content, go ahead and post your comments on my community area or that little community page. I always ask you guys for ideas like where should I take certain things. So we got the tent series coming up because I'm gonna be building a tent for my journey out west. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Going out to the War of the Phoenix. That's in Phoenix, Arizona. So that should be a big blast. Now I was very glad last year that I chose the Crusader theme and had a white tunic because that kept my temperature well regulated because I was wearing white. So that definitely helps a lot. I see why a lot of people do what they do in certain regions of the world. And then I think after the 10th series, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I got that march in full kit. I'm gonna try to attempt that Arrowhead run again in full kit. Thank you. I hope the same for you as well. God bless. I always love very positive people for sure, and I hope that I shine. The light of the Lord shines through me, the best of my abilities. Right. So, still working on improving myself and just being a better Christian, better person overall as best as possible. No one's perfect, so. But everyone loves those messages for sure. So I do appreciate it and thank you. And actually was a pretty good day. So looking forward to tomorrow as well. Mostly tomorrow. Got a long, arduous week ahead of me. Make sure I get to that Castle Wars and get you guys that content. So gotta earn it, type of thing. And I hope that I earned you guys' subscription for sure for all the content and live streams and just back and forth banter. So I have a lot of fun stuff. And thank you for another beautiful live stream. I definitely appreciate it for sure, because you guys can be anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here, and I appreciate y'all. If you guys have any questions about SCA combat, armored combat, let me know. right? So. And you guys work out, go to the gym? Oh, we got more viewers. And thank y'all for that showed up. I appreciate y'all. And if I'm delayed slightly, my apologies. As far as I know, I think there's 12 people currently watching. So, if you guys are in the SCA heavy armored combat, so we use rattan weaponry such as this. This channel is all about working out and improving ourselves and just becoming a better fighter. So this is actually a training weapon. This is actually an overtuned weapon. So there's a video my guy talks about how heavy this thing is. I'm like, who hurts you? Like, I don't know, just training. Because I think the Roman legions did that. They would train with heavier weapons and then come in with lighter service weapons when they actually went to the field. So it wouldn't wear them out as much. And they can fight longer. So that's kind of the mindset I took when I first started back in the SCA. Was I'm going in, everything I put on is for training. The entire kit, the armor, I'm not going to win. I'm going for training. And the people in the SCA have been begging me to please take some of the stuff off, build lighter weapons. Like, I'm sorry, I can't, not until I hit my 180 goal. So 283 as of, I think, yesterday, or as of today. So I can definitely feel the improvements, and I definitely like being here, and I'm looking forward to pushing all the way to 180. So LARPer. So live action role players, they're actually playing D&D in a group amongst themselves. So I guess you could say this is more akin to paintball. So if you look at our stuff, we're actually hitting each other at full force, whereas the LARPers, they're playing D&D in real life. But I guess you could call us LARPers, just like paintball people, I guess, would be technically gunfight LARPers. So my friends categorize that differently and weird, so I'm just going to say yes to make it simple. But LARPer is a very specific thing. It's a very general thing too, so it's a very specific and general term that people use. Really interesting how people use it. So for simplicity's sake, I'll just say yes. But it's I'm more in the sporting area than anything else, so we're actually trying to hit one another and, go for strikes. So, like Kendo or HEMA or any of those other sports. Thank you all for joining the live stream. Pretty good live stream so far. I enjoyed the back and forth and the comments you guys or the chats you guys been sharing. So all very interesting. And I'm doing my best to be very entertaining. I would still say very new to entertaining people on a live stream. I'm usually with my friends live streaming video game content and other things. So I appreciate your guys' patronage over to here. Oh. I'll definitely be making more content for you guys. The workout content, I'll be making more of that in the future when I have some more time available during the middle of the day. Because during the winter times, it is pretty dark. So I know, lame excuse, but we all work. Yeah, I like fencing, but there are people. I will say this, man. That's why I said. That's why when you said LARPer, there are some people who take it super serious and think they're kings and whatnot. There was actually, I think there was a guy. He was on the TLC channel. He murdered somebody so he can retain his power as the king, as some king in the SCA. And they call it, like, his nickname now is the Murder King, right? So there are people who take it way serious. So that's why I said it's a gray area. But yeah, it's more like fencing. I take it more on the fencing inside than anything else. So they do have titles like knights and such, but that you have to actually earn those titles. I'm not too interested in any of that. They actually have tournaments too. That I'm a little more interested in the future when I've reached my weight goals, which is 180. So hopefully that answers your questions. Ooh. And if you want to see the kind of damage these weapons do, I put up a short that shows me smashing a watermelon, just to show the general impact of these weapons. I'm going to have to get a ballistics dummy head in the future and show what this thing can do to an actual person's head, unprotected. But I'm pretty confident this would kill someone if I hit him with it, unarmored. Especially this thing. This is like an overtuned weapon. Like, look at that thing. It's just ridiculous. So, because you ever see the other people in the field, the SCA, they have an 1.25 inches, so it's a lot more like that. God Body Gladiator said he would destroy you. Said if we sit on you. I don't know who it is. God Body Gladiators. I'll have to look that up. That'd be terrifying if you sit on my, like, someone from the 600-pound show, right? 600-pound life. I'll come over here. I got you. I'm Cidimus Maximus. I have been active in this for now 2 years. Well, actually longer. I'd say 5 years in total, because I did it when I was 17 to 20. The 3 years there, so then Allah Akbar, Tula Akbar. Okay. Is this another YouTuber of some sort? Let me see. God Body Gladiator said he would destroy you. God Body Gladiator. Is this a YouTuber? No. I don't know who. If this is something weird, probably is. Knowing the internet, it's probably something weird. I've researched it enough. Not for me, not my cup of tea. But I have nothing against Muslims. I'm like I'm only. That's it. I read the Bible. That's me. Tried reading other things and just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just something pulls me away from that. It's like nope, it's incorrect. So my friend, he's a Mormon or whatever, and I tried to read that. Just not for me. I still have the book, and I respect that he extended the offer. So I appreciate the offer for sure. I'll definitely look into it for sure. Read more about it. No, shouldn't be that hard. If you look up SCA, I think it's SCA.org. If you type in Society of Creative Anachronism in Google, you can find a map of where everyone's at. And there's generally a group pretty nearby. And if not, you can literally start your own group. If you have 5 members, you can literally petition to start your own practice and everything. You just have to have an active marshal, so you'd have to get warranted for sure. Is Jesus God? Yeah, I think, yeah, that's pretty clear in the Bible. He says, before Abraham, I was, or I am. So, yes. I think that's why they crucify him as well, if I recall. Because he proclaimed to be God, so, and that's a big no-no. So, they didn't take a liking to that. Yeah, I would say Jesus and Muhammad are created by the same God for sure, right? And we're all created in the image of God, so yeah, that rings true. Is the Holy Trinity you're talking about? The Holy Spirit, yeah, God, the Holy Spirit, right? Yes. I think Jesus is God in human form. He took on the human form to be Jesus. So yes, Jesus would be yes. Okay. Or I guess I'm not like a biblical scholar, so I'll probably fail in a lot of areas. Who? Is he a YouTuber or Fire Nation? Are you a fellow? Are you like hold on. Sorry, brain fart here. Are you a YouTuber or something? Because that'd be kind of interesting. I would always love that fellow YouTubers coming on here, just checking us out. Hey, good on you for making content. Make me. How long have the Jews owned it? I mean, I think God owns like the entire universe, so I mean, He gifted it to them thousands of years ago, if I recall. That's in the Testament, the old books here. So it's been quite some time, and I think he's God's chosen people, if I recall. And then they escaped, and they went to the Promised Land, which is that little area over there, and took it from what are those guys called? Canaanites. Yeah, Moses brought them through the desert and everything. Um, Probably just testing. So, yep, I'm gonna be traveling. Yep, they do have tournaments for sure. Well, I'd like to hope so for sure. I think though was it he came to save the world, those who believe in him. So be saved, if I recall. I can't remember the wording word for word. But yes, they do travel. I'm going to be traveling to Arizona here in about 3 months for a war. So they do travel state to state. So people do even travel like country to country, depending on what the event is. That's fine. I mean, people are naturally inquisitive about anything, so yeah, I think the final judgment is for God to decide, right? So that's a personal thing between me and God. When I pass, that I'll be judged righteously. So for all the good and bad I've done in this world. Here, I gotta check on something. I'll let that rest here, but it's gonna be done here in a second. God is everyone. So God can speak through everyone, right? And he's an omnipotent being, and he can lay down his judgment. He's a very, I'd say he's a very fair person. He's all good, so he has to be very fair what he does. That's the best explanation I have. That if you read the Bible, you'll see that he's very just in what he does. He intervenes when he has to, but he usually has people do the intervening first before he actually has to directly intervene. You do not want him to directly intervene. Hold up, like in a bad way, not a bad way, but like if he's intervening directly and he's doing like what he did with the Egyptians, you know you're having a bad time and you're probably on the wrong side. That's what I mean, if that makes more sense. Well, yeah. So and that's another thing. That's why I kind of, if you think about the God, he could destroy the devil like that if he wanted to, but he gives us free will, including his angels, obviously. And I would follow that God to the ends of earth because he allows Satan to live or exist or whatever, and he could destroy him. Just, boom, you're gone. But he doesn't. Because he'll allow people to decide. Right? So that you're given that free will of choice. So I think he wants you to love him genuinely. He doesn't want a bunch of robots. I want to think of as a very interesting live stream for sure. Yeah, he knows. Yeah. Yeah, he does. He also gives us free will as well, so. I want to thank you over this very lively live stream for sure. So I do appreciate you guys coming on here and chatting and just having civil discourse for sure. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you as well, and I hope I earned your subscription. We're trying to get the Holy Army up to 1,000 subscribers and push on forward. I'm just trying to bring more people to Christ. That's like the remedial stuff, right? So each of us has our strengths and weaknesses, and I think I found my niche, so I'm going to stick with it because it's actually having some gains there. So yeah, and I hope I provide awesome content for you guys as well, and good discourse between one another, and eventually this will all improve for sure because I'm doing this off my mobile phone, so I'll get some more equipment in the future, get some like 4K stuff, and get the studio more set up. Probably be in the tent actually, because after the tents, once the tent is created, I'm probably going to create a very medieval atmosphere for you guys and kind of bring you back in time. So that's going to be my goal for this channel for sure. Okay. Did I see a YouTuber? I have 3 weapons. I have Vector Corbin. I have this. Well, it's a sword being built. It's not fully functional yet, or it is functional, but it's not fully formed. I need to get the basket, or not the basket hilt, the cross guard on this, and the pommel. But this is. So I have a sword and board. I have a beautiful lady. So I have a sword and board, and I have the 2 pole axes. So currently I'm just training with the pole axe because it is a high skill ceiling for that weapon. Yeah, I'm always looking for Bible study for sure. So that's kind of why I made Monday nights to talk about God, SCA, just kind of like talk in general with people and have civil discourse, because I think that's missing in this world today, a lot of civil discourse. So I kind of miss those old days for sure. Yeah, it's not finished. I did the leather work on it, so this is kind of like the leather work on it. I gotta get the basket hilt on it, or not the basket hilt, the cross guard. If you watch one of my last videos, you actually see a finished sword where he has the basket hilt and the pommel. But yeah, this is a SCA legal rattan sword. So think of baseball bat, right? So that's like solid rattan. So you hear that thing clack on people's heads. It sends you a nice ring. You'll end the day with a bunch of bruises if you're not fully protected. So I'm fully protected from head to toe. Well, not toe yet. I still gotta do my toes. Saptons, I think they call them. So. And then I think once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I think we're pushing on to, I guess the next goal would be about, I don't know, 10,000, right? So just keep on pushing. Holy Armor Ford. From the U.S. Southern states. I do rock a helm. You wish to see it? Let me put it on. That chin strap is meant to be difficult. So this is a hinged helm. Eventually I'm going to replace the straps with, they're called, they're push buttons. I gotta have one on each side. I gotta put springs still in here and push buttons. And so I'll be able to pop this thing on and off when I want to. But that's the helm. Think it's enough crosses? And the thing is, you know, I wear glasses, so I can't see. I have to be this close to see with, I think, 8 inches. So I can't see any of my opponents. I literally have to fight with like basically with what little eyesight I have and faith. So. And that last engagement I had, if you watch, I think it's like 3 or 4 shorts. Go to my shorts, you'll see it. I'm actually fighting with a weapon, pole arm to pole arm, and you'll see me being able to deflect that, push his point off me. So I'm getting a lot better at deflecting pole shots, because I don't like getting stabbed, and they keep trying to stab me. Like, you shall not stab. I will just deflect your stabbingness, right? Because I'm going to tell you, like, sword combat is actually pretty simple once you kind of understand what's going on. So there's... Because they'd fall out. I don't know. I'm not a contact wearer. So in sword combat, there's quadrants that you have to worry about. So upper left, upper right, lower left, right? So there's lines of engagement you have to think about. So when you start thinking about that, like... Then it's more or less how are you positioning your weapon to block incoming stuff, especially if they're right-handed. So see how that works there. So this weapon protects me a lot, just as much as a shield would. So my weapon is going to be in this position here. So not a lot's going to be coming through. Tofa. I don't know what that word is. Tofa. You don't have to fight like. You don't have to fight like Tofa. No idea. But that's what I've learned, and I actually have some reading material on that as well, where they talk about lines of engagement. So I have a longsword booklet that talks about it. There's a polearm book I have to get as well. They go in a little more. They get more into the fighting stances and different fighting stances they can take, because there's a million different ways you can skin the cat of polearm combat for sure. One I'm working on is stepping forward and basically lunge thrust. It's a really interesting one. I have to perfect that one, because like you lose a lot of control, you let go. So, and I'm still working. I've tried it once and didn't succeed, which is where you thrust and let go of the leading hand. And you get additional length with that, additional reach. So you can reach out pretty far with your weapon. You get about 30% more reach when you do that, but you lose a lot of control. There was a guy I was studying, Robinson Swords. He does that. He shows those kind of techniques. So it's all pretty interesting. So, and thank you. Yeah. It's a training weapon for the SCA. So it's overtuned currently. Blind girl. I'm not completely blind. I'm just mostly blind. I can't see without my glasses. But no, I'm getting by. So I would like contacts like you're talking about, or a helm that goes out a little bit further so I can actually wear my glasses. Probably a whole different world when I can actually see my opponent. And then, so basically what I'm doing is I'm gauging based on kind of like where their macro movements are, what their arms and their weapon is. So I can see the outlines of their weapons and their arms and their shields mostly. So, and that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm just kind of like, it's a dance. It's a timing dance, right? I'll throw a shot, they throw a shot, and you're just going back and forth. And you're trying to protect your angles as best as possible and get in the nice shot at an angle. And your stances will change based on the opponent you're fighting. If I'm fighting sword and board, they're going to wreck me at mid-range, so I got to get in either close distance or keep at distance from them and pull their shield down and spear them. Great sword against this, you know, I want to be mainly up here, right? Holding it like this, because that's where he's going to be at as well. They'll throw a cheeky thrust once in a while. That's how the guy got me. I'll have to put that video up as well. He got a nice thrust and got me in the face. Put teeth in the back of my throat. And then what else? If you guys are into siege equipment, they do have siege equipment on the field as well when they do battles. So they'll have ballistas, catapults, trebuchets, all that stuff. So eventually I'll have a series when I'm building a siege equipment. Won't be this year, probably be sometime the end of next year, I imagine, because it's a lot of financial and time investment to build such a equipment. Though our group wants to do it, so I do have it on the works to do something like that. Next year, I'm actually going to be doing a Spartan race, so I'll be trying to add that to my little, I don't know, roster of what I am. If I can complete one of those, I can say I've completed a Spartan race. Unfortunately, I can't do knight armor. I looked up, you have to wear whatever equipment they have, running equipment and such. So, oh yeah, yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I rely on. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a sixth sense, right? So your hearing is one thing, but then just kind of like in your mind, you're mapping where your opponent is, and you're playing a chess game a couple steps ahead in your mind of where you're going to move if they go this way. You're not actively like, oh, if they do this, I'm gonna do this. You don't think, you just subconsciously do it. But you're always mentally mapping where people are on the field to the best of your abilities, because it's approximate, it's not exacts. In a melee, like a large scale battle, you're going to want to do that for sure. You got to want to know where your line's at. Am I behind our line? Am I behind the enemy line? Who's to the right of me? Who's to the left of me? Because you don't want to be caught in the open. Like, a lot of people think they can take on 3-on-1. No, you're going to die. I could take on one person 1v1. Like, 2v2, kind of hard. It'd be really, really good. I think some of our best knights can do it. Idris is probably one that can do it, and then Connell's probably another one that can do it. They're pretty darn quick. And you're doing a lot of threat assessment on the field as well, like what is the most dangerous target that I have to deal with now. So since I don't have a long spear, right? Because this is actually a short weapon. This is only a 6-foot long weapon. On the fields of battle, they have 11-foot spears, because it's the maximum length you can have. So my job is to deflect those from our lines and deal with anything that breaches our primary line. So if they breach the shield wall, I deal with any of those guys. So I won't be on the main front line. That's spearmen. So spears are kings of the battlefield is what they call them. So if you go on there, you get killed either by an archer or a spearman. And if it's siege equipment, you get killed by those as well. So we got about 3 minutes left in the live stream. If you guys have any last minute questions, go ahead and launch them now for sure. So otherwise, I'm going to be wishing you guys a blessed night. And always train. Every day is a new day to do better, right? One day may suck, but the next day you can do better. So that's how I take it, one step at a time. You'll have good days, bad days. As long as you're progressively going towards whatever goal you have, you'll make it. And I always try to set like achievable goals, because then you'll have you have that morale boost achieving that. So don't set it too high, but set something achievable within a week, and then hit that target, and you'll feel wonderful. Or even a day. I do it by daily targets. Daily targets, I've started doing that and knocking those out, and I just feel great. So use the berserker method. There are berserkers on the battlefield. There are guys who wear minimum armor and are basically naked guys with axes. So there are berserker dudes. There is a Viking. I wish I could have recorded that. It was so great. It was like out of a movie. He's had the Viking last stand, the battle axe, and everything, because our group was getting destroyed by the opposition. They just breached because the name of that game last year in the Castle Wars was the attackers have unlimited respawns, defenders only, you have 1 life, right? That's it. So if you die, you're out. So you have to hold as long as possible against the opposition. So it was a ton of fun. But when we defended, we got destroyed. When we attacked, it was brutal bloodshed trying to get through there. And it was a timed event. It was the best out of 3 timed event. So it was pretty fun. So I'm hoping to get a lot of that content this year for you guys. So a lot of awesome stuff. So I got a GoPro and everything. So should get more of that content as well. I do use a shield. Let me go get it real quick. It's in the closet currently. The thing is just kind of massive. this is a kite shield, a little bit modified on the top there to give a little bit more added protection. So a lot of your stances can be A-frame like this right here. You're trying to basically cover your left side, right? They can't get around that. So then you're gonna be striking, flat snapping out there, flat snapping, or offset. I think it's offset. Yeah, offset, and then flat snap. Does that answer your question to the shield? So, yes, I have a shield. I hope I've answered your question with the shield usage there. I'm going to be ending the live stream about a minute from now. If you guys have any last minute questions, let me know. Also, I'm getting off. Got to eat some dinner. So the missus is wanting all that. And I thank you all for watching the live stream for sure. And I hope I have won over your subscription for sure. See you guys on the battlefield. And ugh, goodness, chair won't move. So, thank you all that joined us tonight, and I hope to see you in the next Monday night live stream at 6:45 p.m. Central Time every Monday, where we talk about medieval combat, faith-based combat, basically. So, hope to see you in the next one, and have a good night.